SNES, fan favorite. People tend to love this game. The PS1 video game is just like has this graphical style that I think holds up really nicely today. It's a street racer. Check that one out on YouTube. You might like it a lot. Warzone 2100 looks like a fantastic strategy game. Everything I saw on YouTube and in the comment section was just raving about this game. People loved it. So, looks like a really good RTS. And it's one you don't find often. You won't find it at your local game store. Not many copies on eBay. Warzone 2100. Aquanaut's Holiday gets a lot of love in the PS1 collecting community. It's a good trancy, go explore the ocean kind of game. One of those kind of pointless games that's just an experience. I like it. Poi Poi's come down in price quite a bit to where I feel it's a great buy right now. You can get a Poi Poi for under $30 for a nice CIB copy. Trade for one. Somebody wants 40. Trade on it. Fucking nail this title. Nail it. Hard to find. Very fun. Very unique. Very charming. Very Konami in their prime. 40 winks. Supposed to come out on N64 because it stayed a PS1 exclusive and it's very well made. I like 40 winks quite a bit. Doubler. Ninja Shadow of Darkness. Game looks like a lot of fun. Haven't played it, but looks like the kind of game you go back and revisit the 32-bit era to experience titles like this. I gotta speed it up. I know I'm skipping stuff. I know. Ooh, I like this one a lot by Midway. Assault Retribution. Total Contra wannabe. 3D Contra vibe. But 2-player co-op. Running gun. I like it. Assault Retribution. You haven't heard of that one, have you? By Midway. Very cool. They're very, very good at the time about releasing games that were just pick up and play. No in-depth, hard to get a grasp of controls and concepts in the game. It's just jump right into it and start having fun. This is an oddball, terrible game, but it's rare. Time Commando. I could see it doubling. Strangely, maybe not. No, I take that back. Fuck that game. Bedrock Bowling, for the same reason Superman 64 has notoriety, is considered one of the worst games of all time. And it's for that reason I think a lot of people will want to own it in the future. It's counterintuitive logic, but so bad that it gets attention. Attention's good. Attention means potential. Potential to double, yes. A lot of rare Disney games you just don't see often at all. So I don't know. It would take Disney doing something with Little Mermaid, and then, as reserved investments would say, flash in the pan. You get hot for a split second. I managed to sell Aladdin on PS1 for like $40 when that movie came out last year. Came right back down. I got the most it ever sold for and probably ever will sell for. But Disney stuff can just be like that. Sit on it and time it out right. Or just lot it together with a bunch of other Disney stuff if you have a hoard of PS1. That's a good way to sell Disney. Lot it together and add up all the retail prices and ask that price. You'll get it. You'll easily get it. Same thing with the Smurfs. It's just IP. It's tied to an IP. So it just depends on the hotness of the IP, the hotness of Smurfs, other stuff related to Smurfs, a new Smurfs movie, and yeah, it would go up because it's uncommon. Not a lot of Smurf games out there to go buy when Smurf shit is smurfing. My stuff is all smurfed up. Intelligent Cube, man. The game's been $50 since the beginning of collecting. It's always been $50, 40 to 60 range. Don't know. I won't double. Can't double. Been plateaued for too strong and too long. Roadsters, baby. Top tier rarity. So just for the price to acquire one when you can, if you look out for it. You won't come across many opportunities to buy one, but extremely rare on ps1. It's for that reason. It's a bottleneck to full setting. Full setting ps1 is not a popular thing, but it's rare enough to. Beyond that, I need 25 left, and they're all cheap commons. I don't think so, buddy. Anything on your 25 titles to go list are fucking rare games. They just might not be pricey at all. So Roadsters is one of those games. It's on everybody's. I'm almost done collecting. I just need cheap titles. Yeah, those fucking cheap ones, though. The reason why you're going to the community to seek them out. You can't even buy it on eBay. So, Roadsters, very rare. Oh, I love this title, too. Just love the working designs quality that went into the publishing. It's H-Tech. It's quirky as fuck. It's Rising Zan, Samurai Gunman. Smurf Racer, you got another Smurfing game. Kurt Warner's Arena Football Unleashed. How fucking rad. Made by Midway. It's your NFL Blitz engine. Played in Arena Football. I like it. I like it quite a bit. It's even got an official Arena Football logo on it. Hologram. It's cool. I like it. Robotron X. Uncommon game. Very fun. Very simple fun. Boombots, maybe. I think it has ties to Earthworm Jim. Maybe it's the same artist. But a lot of cult classic status there. A lot of people that reflect on it with a lot of praise. Tiny Tank. It's a doubler for you. Tiny Tank. Lots of fun. Lots of cheap. New Old Stock floats around with a lot of those late release H-Tech games. This one probably came out in 2003, but has aged very well. Very Robotron X-esque. Kind of Geometry Warsy kind of game. Shooter, Starfighter, Sand Vein. Kind of a rad name to it. Love me some Tale of the Sun. I have a nicer CIB, but it's a cool, trancy. Do some drugs, or you don't even need to do drugs to enjoy. Oh, where did I put it? I know I had a nice CIB somewhere. Of Tale of the Sun. Great front cover art. Oh, there it is. Look at that game, man. Tale of the Sun. Rare. Fucking rare game. And it's just so intuitive. Like, you can be tripping. You can be on mushrooms and just have this game fired up. Put the controller in your hand and you will figure it out. You'll figure it out as good as you would if you're not on mushrooms. So enjoy it on mushrooms. Enjoy it not on mushrooms. Just enjoy it. Cool game right there. Doubler, certainly. Certainly. Guardians Crusade. Another one. It seems to always be missing manual, but hard to find RPG that has a lot of charm. A lot of nostalgic love for it. For Guardians Crusade. Syndicate Wars, man. Super low print. Bullfrog. Love Bullfrog back in the mid-90s. Mid to late 90s. Put out some great strategy games. But Syndicate Wars. Really cool one. Hard one to find. Was also on PC, but you want it on console. It only came out on ps1. And it's rare. Never see Tobal number 1 CIB with the bonus disc in nice shape. It's just always wrecked. So I got myself a really minty Tobal number 1. And I like it just because you never see it nice. So another cheap one that people say it doesn't hold up to the original Blaster Master, but how about that? A Blaster Master game on PS1. There's a Genesis game. There's, of course, the fan favorite NES game. I don't know. From what I've seen, it looks good. For like a $8 game. Oh yeah, that could double. Oh yeah. Oh, it certainly could. Circuit Breakers is a ton of fun. Lots of fun. Here's a great takeaway. I've seen this sell for as low as $50 recently. Dragon Warrior game that most Dragon Warrior fans and collectors don't even know about. It's so elusive. It's just snuck out onto the PS1. Pretty late in the lifespan. I think the PS2 was already out. Just kind of snuck out. It plays on the Mystery Dungeon engine. It's like made by the same people that did the Mystery Dungeon series. So if you're familiar with Mystery Dungeon games, same concept, but Dragon Warrior realm. So it's got a lot of that appeal to be found out by Dragon Warrior fans, collectors. Enix published, like fucking rare. Doubler, yes. $140 game in the future, yeah. Yep. Tornico. The Last Hope. Incredible Crisis. Gets a lot of love. One I haven't played, but I like my quirky as fuck Japanesey games of the PS1 era. Like it. Another one to take note of, I don't have one, but Circuit Breakers makes you think of RC Day Go by Taito. Really cool RC racing game. RC Day Go on PS1. Really hard to find, but Deal Tavern has sealed copies. I would just get one there on eBay. Search for it. You'll find the guy that sells them new, multiple quantities of them. Tiger Shark, Nanotech Warrior, just oddball titles. Machine Head, kind of the same thing. Oddball. Could double just because they're sub $10 titles. That's why I stashed them aside. It's going to be hard for me to pull any of these out, unfortunately. Irritating Stick, like that title a lot. I think it's already like a 40 or so. Unlikely that it could double, but at the same time, it's likely you could come across it for cheap. You could come across it for somebody that only wants 25, trade on it or something. Trade them a Banjo-Kazooie for Irritating Stick. Absolutely. Do it. Behooves you. Oh, great fucking hidden gem right here. Gekido. Very Power Stone-esque. what is it, 2-player. Unfortunately, doesn't use the multiplayer adapter for more players simultaneously playing, but 2 players, a lot of fun. Really well polished game there. So hard to find, super hard to find. It's always jacked up too. Oftentimes X rental, kind of just not kept well like this copy. Kind of indicative of a game that got passed around the block quite a bit from people that owned it and were like, dude, you gotta play this. People having fun with it multiplayer, just beating it up. Hard to find a nice copy of Gekido. Hard to find that game in general. That's a cool one. A lot of fun. Definitely a doubler.